So today is the third day. Woke up today and was trying to get the Great Wall. People here are quite helpful, and it's kind of strange. There's like, they give you a free breakfast here at this 2-star hotel, and it's nothing to like write home about. It's like kind of like almost like bad Chinese food, but I was just sitting there eating, and then this Chinese girl came down and just like sat in front of me. I wasn't actually sure why. And then I guess her boyfriend also came down and sat beside, like, in front of me. So it's like a 4-seat table on one side and them two on the other. And then I was like looking around. It's like, well, there's so many tables free, and I thought like, oh, if they want to talk to me, they would like start a conversation, but they didn't. So anyways, I just like, oh, since these people are here, I'm just going to pull up my map and see if they get them to help me. And they were actually really helpful, and the guy helped me out finding how to get to the Great Wall. Well, part 1 of getting to the Great Wall. And then so then I went up to the receptionist, and they're pretty helpful. They wrote me like instructions, and they like circled on the map, which I bought for $5. I'm not sure if that's a rip-off or not, but it was basically, let's see, yeah, well, they circled on the map. Oh yeah, and this thing I want to tell you was, so I walk in the direction where they circle on the map, and it turns out they're supposed to give me a subway station that connects to another subway station that then has the bus 919 that I want. And when I walk to that area, it actually turns out just like a bus stop, and I start asking around, like, is there a subway station? And then suddenly this guy who speaks very good English, well, for China it's good anyway, and he actually like is so nice. He's like, oh, just come on, I'll take you there on my way, and he paid for my bus fare, and I don't know, just like a awesome dude. Anyway, so he told me to take the sub. Once we reached the subway station, he wasn't actually getting off, but he just told me where to get off. Got to the subway station, took the subway to the station that I'm supposed to go to take the bus to Great Wall, and that was actually, their subway stations really advanced in a way. It kind of makes, I can't believe how SkyTrain got awarded, but whatever. But so then when I tried to take the bus 919, which I thought was going to be easy, I still don't know if I was being scammed or not, but I went to the bus stop where there's the 919 bus, and then I point to my like itinerary that has in Chinese writing the Great Wall, and then they kept on saying no, and then this guy who's, I don't know who he is, but he's like, oh, come to my car, it's just over there. And then he's like, oh, it's, and I don't know, I was scammed just the other day, and it was like I looked at this guy's face and I didn't really trust him. And then I was like, I was walking around, and then I tried to walk to like I actually asked the bus driver, and she's like, no as well. So I was like, is she correct? So then I walked back to the bus station, asked the person there, and they were like, yeah, take the 919 bus. And then I walked back, but I'm not sure how the bus stop, I'm pretty sure I was like a bus stop further down, but there's still another bus called 919 there. And then I asked if this goes to Great Wall, and she's like, no. And then that guy, it's like somehow it's like following me or something. He came by, he was like, oh, I'll take you there, 150 back and forth. I don't know if it's back and forth. He points like one direction to the other again back. So I don't know if what that means exactly. But so I actually, like, I just agreed, like, 150 divided by 5, that's like $30. Well, okay, whatever. And but then, that price might be just too good to be true, and then I walked to his car, and then he got me to wait there. Like, I was sitting in his car, and he was like, he'll be back at 11. It was like 10:44. He said he'll be back at 11. I don't know if he was grabbing more passengers or not, but I was sitting in his car, and I was like, I don't know. That's what you like get like their spider senses. You're like, this guy's gonna fuck me over. So I just I got out, went to the bus stop again, and asked another driver, and they're like, no, it doesn't. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about. So then I finally go to. I'm kind of like depressed. I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't just go to the Great Wall today. It's like everyone's all fucking. Oh yeah, I actually talked to one. That's the thing. I talked to one guy. He was just saying that he looked like a younger guy and he could speak better English. And I guess that car guy was there arguing with him kind of. And he was like, that's the buses from 7 to 10 a.m. After that, there's no bus that goes to Great Wall. So I was like, oh, okay. But let me continue the story beside. I don't know if that's true or not. So then I'm just kind of like in the back of this park. I was like, oh, I'm just here at this new place by this subway station I've never been to before. So I was like, oh, I'll just walk around a little. And then I sit down like this river, and I see all these taxis just kind of like parking there. And then I do like this face scan thing where I'm trying to look for like the most trustworthy, nicest looking guy. I don't know if it's true or not, but I was just looking for the guy that I just felt like I could trust. And I asked him to so I had to bargain with him. Actually, it wasn't like oh, this guy's just really nice and he was like offering me a really cheap price. Actually, it turns out to be really expensive, but I was trying to borrow. He said 500 yuan, and he would like wait there for me. And then I was like, oh, I want 300, and then went down like 400, and I kept on saying 300. And then all his other taxi buddies, but they're all nice. This is not like the other thing where they're trying to scam me. But eventually he's like, okay, 300, and then he brought me to the Great Wall. And then I told him to meet me, I think it was like 12:30 at the time. Told him to just wait for me till 4 p.m. and I'll be back. And then actually I was like, I did the Great Wall one end to the other, so I went to both dead ends. So like the Great Wall, I guess they didn't like complete both ends. So part of it's still under construction. And I went to, so I basically covered all you could of the Great Wall, so that feels pretty good. And then I came back, it was like almost exactly like at 4 o'clock, and then I don't know, I was like walking, like to get to the Great Wall, there's like another like 15-minute walk, like once you to the parking zone, whatever. And I was just like, the whole time I was walking, I was like, oh, I hope he's there, like he's gonna like fuck me over too. I kept on drawing these arrows like one way, and then I drew the arrow back. I was hoping he would understand me, but I wasn't sure. But so finally I went there, and he was there. He drove me back, and I asked him to drive me to Wufujing, which is closer to where I'm staying at this hotel. And so he actually showed me like the toll fares and all that, and it was like $20 or 20 yuan. And so finally when I got back here, he was like, I was go give him 350, and actually he was pretty nice. Like I think he would have like accepted 350. He was like, oh, please more, but you could look in his eyes like he was just kind of like, he wasn't going to like force me or anything. And I was just like, I calculated, and at first he was showing me like the toll, like the normal taxi toll, and it was like 178 to get to the Great Wall, just one way. So like 178 back and forth, basically like 340 or whatever. And I was just like, sure, like I'll just give you a 400 total. And so that, what is that, about $80. But the guy waited for me like the entire time there. Basically like I rented him for the entire day. And so I'm not complaining. It's $80. It's probably not a good deal, but we're Canadian, so it's not that too bad. And then that's it.